I thought we handled it well down the stretch. Historically, we've been, better against zones. But I was happy how we handled it down the stretch.
Mm-hmm. Was it kind of supposed to run through you as opposed to how it usually ran through Jamal since he's the point guard?
It was a little bit of both, just kind of what was working, ran through me a little bit and ran through Jamal, and just kind of trying to find that rhythm and what was working, and just down the stretch, going through me was kind of working for the team, so that's what it ended up being.
It seemed like they doubled you a lot when you would get the ball in the zone. Is that something you had to adjust to? Did you think they were going to be doing that a lot, or it seemed like?
It's something I would expect. Once I got it going, I would, I expect the team to try to double, try to reach. On myself, I had 7 turnovers, so I got to handle the ball better, be stronger with the ball, be more decisive with my decisions. But it was something I expected once I got it going.
Jamal, what was the experience like for you, point guard, first came out there, real game, especially moving in and out as you move?
It's not that. It's just like first game of the season. So I was very excited. To go out there and play in front of the crowd, show the fans how hard we work. And I think it paid off today. And like I said, point guard is naturally, like I said.
It's just one game in here, guys. Except early on, given what happened out there, what are some things you guys really feel like you're still a little ways away from kind of getting to the point where you have it now?
Getting stops, I would say, on the defense end. We play very hard, but sometimes we get over aggressive, and we tend to let guys drive. And we gotta know to send the guys to the help side and have other guys help as well. So we learn that in practice, and we get better every day. So we'll be fine.
Was it that kind of a challenge about what you guys were expecting from a team like this? That brings top 4 scorers back. Was that kind of somewhat in line with what you guys were expecting in terms of how close it might be?
Yeah, we was expecting it. We knew what we watched it, been on the film. We knew that they had some really good scores coming back with Lee and Magnum, or however you say it. We knew we could shoot, and the big man Thompson, we knew he could pretty much play. But like Jamal said, we got to work on our help side defense and also our own ball defense, and that's something we get better at in practice.
Any sort of letdown after the 12-point lead down the stretch?
You mean when we went down?
No, when you guys were up 12, and then was there any sort of a letdown after that? The game when you had.
Yeah, I don't think it was a letdown. It's just I think at that point, we didn't really get good shots against their zone. A few turnovers maybe, and it kind of led to their run. So I think it was more of on us. We got up 12, and their zone kind of rattled us a little bit.
Justice played 27 minutes tonight, a lot of overtime and stuff. It's when he's out there, are you guys not really thinking of him as a freshman? Is he just sort of like a mature guy like anybody else in the rotation out there?
Like I said, we push him every day in practice. So I know a guy like Justice will come in and give us big minutes when Cameron Johnson or somebody slacking. So I know that's a guy that can come off the bench and give us get energy off the bench. And his on-ball defense is very good. So.
There are stretches when you guys played good defense. What's going right for you guys when you are playing good defense? What typically goes right in those moments, those stretches?
Transition points. We get a lot of transition points when we get stops. So the more stops we get, the more fun it will be pushing the ball, not letting them set up in their defense. So like I said, when we get stops, we good.
What do you guys feel like went wrong, I guess, on the inverse, on some of those defensive breakdowns? What did you guys notice that just wasn't working?
Well, we noticed that they tried to run the weave and kind of get it into their big man. If they couldn't get that look, then they would kind of just go one-on-one. I think once Thompson fouled out, they just kind of went to a weave and went one-on-one and came down and went straight one-on-one. So they basically came down and guarded the ball. And also our help defense could have been better. Me and Sheldon, we could have did better. So I think it was just collectively as a team, our defense wasn't all clicking on all cylinders. I think that's what worked for us early in the game when we made our run. Everybody was in hell. We were running the ball better, being active, and I think down the stretch, we just kind of, we wasn't clicking on all cylinders.
You guys took 33 3-pointers. Is that a number you're okay with given the circumstances, or do you feel like maybe you could have done a little bit better job of shot selection?
Something we have to do in the zone. We got to shoot the ball in the zone. So we won't do that in the regular game. When teams play man, we'll drive and get layups and other shots. But in the zone, you got to take those shots.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I have to imagine this is sort of the highest combined point total between you two in a game. Is that sort of what we can expect, especially down the stretch, kind of just basically the offense just almost entirely sort of running through you guys to try to, especially trying to claw back in a game like that? Is that something we're going to expect? We could.
Yeah, for sure. Being seniors, it's a last go around, so we want to make sure we have a touch on everything that happens, whether it's on my hands, Jamel's hands, even Sheldon or Chris, the seniors. It's the seniors as a group. We want to make sure, win or lose, we going down with a fight and we going down with it in our hands. But tonight, me and Jamel carried the load, and we expect a lot of that. But as a team, we played great. Me and Jamel, great basketball players. So even if it's in our hands, whether we're creating or getting a guy open with a screen, we're just playing team basketball. And I think that's what got us done tonight, team basketball.
All right, thank you guys.